Well, everyone, bringing you a quick little mining update on all my rigs. I am using my 1070 computer right now, so that will not be mining, but I will show you the rates that I'm getting on my other systems. So I'm using Chrome Desktop Manager or something like that. I'll get the exact name actually. Oh, did not mean to open that. Chrome Remote Desktop. There we go. That's what I'm using. So you can download that if you want to be able to remote in, because I have a couple rigs at home and I have a couple rigs here at my university. So going to my 1050 first, connect into there, and back home my internet's pretty slow, so it might take a minute for it to actually really get moving, but we will see. I'll turn my phone upside down. And huge shout out to Brandon Coin. I had OBS already installed, but I saw that he was using it to screen record and add the webcam, so big shout out to him. He's been a huge help to me over these past couple months, and just starting to mine and doing different things along those lines. So let's see if we can get logged into these and get everything to work for us. Okay, get that out of here. And this is one of the rigs that's back home, so it will be a little bit slow. So you can see, I'm getting 130 hashes on Kryptonite with an i5 2400, which I got for free with a computer from my past workplace. And then I'm using an MSI 1050, that's a low profile version, and that is getting me 135 souls on Equihash. And I don't know how, but Brandon always gets really good. He gets like 140 plus souls on all of his 1050s, or for the most part at least. And I must have to tweak with my overclocks, because on Equihash I'm pretty sure memory doesn't matter as much. And as you can see over here, I'm doing 358 on the memory, but I'm just going to leave it because I'm not at home and I don't want it to be messing around with it. But as you can see, Bitcoin per day, this is actually 0.0009. That's how this works. No, 0.00009. There we go. Because it adds 3 zeros on top front of this, because this is the legacy version. Because it's the MBTC instead of just Bitcoin. So this system gets me about $1.50 a day, and it costs me $1.30 to run, I believe. So we're going to lock this one up, slow as it takes. And then I will terminate that. Okay. Now we will go into my 1060 rig. I'm running 3 EVGA 3 gigabyte 1060s, and they're just overclocked. They're not the super clocked or anything edition. They're the plain old version. Oh crap! I did not mean to do that. Nothing, I do have them overclocked. I'll show those overclocks once we get logged in and moving. I always forget that I can't click space right away, or else it'll log me out of this thing. So this is one that I do have with me on campus. Right now I'm making $10 a day, so I don't really know what that equates. Whatever 1022, I'll do it quick on my calculator, but see, now it's up. Since I logged in, it kind of slowed it down. So 10, we'll go with 10, let it change one more time. Okay, we're just going to go like 1050, divide by 4. So they're making roughly $2.62 a card. And the other 1060, because I do have 4 in there, one's a Zotac. So I was able to get these all at, it was 180 a piece, every single one, but this was back in December and November. So prices were a little bit more down back then. This was before Ethereum went from 700 to 1400 in a couple days. So you can't get them this cheap anymore. I was really lucky to get mine at the time I did, and I'm really thankful for that. So I'm getting 0.0009 roughly BTC a day, or 0.89 MBTC. So I'm getting 91, it says right now, but normally I'm at 96. As you can see down here, 96 is my total hash rate. I did have 1 or 2 little spikes, so that's that. And then I'll jump over to this. So my overclocks on my first two 1060s is 955 on the memory, and 275 on, or negative 275 on the core clock. Some people said, oh, that won't be stable. I've had these running for like a week and a half, 2 weeks straight. No issues yet. My second one, exact same. Third card is 600 on memory, negative 275, and negative 275, 600. So my first 2 cards are the same. My second 2 cards have the same. The last 2, they just don't want to overclock as much, and I got tired of, trying to like tweak out plus 25 at a time. So I just set them at this, let them run. They do me well. You know, as you can see, when this is actually reading the correct number, which is supposed to be 96 point whatever, I'm getting about 10, almost 11 bucks a day. And when Bitcoin was actually at 14,000, I was making upwards of it was over 14 all throughout the day. I even hit 16 at times. So just praying that Bitcoin goes back up. I've been holding everything I have in hopes that it does go back up. So we're going to lock this computer. That was 41060s right there. There we are. Okay. Now we'll go into my 960 rig. Short story on these. I picked these up locally, and I was able to score them for $140 for the pair, which on eBay they are selling for, and not just listed, but they're actually selling for 120, 140 with shipping. So I calculated out I'd be able to make about 120 after shipping and fees, or roughly that. And but they're making me right now. They're only making me about 286, and when Bitcoin was up, I was making about $5 a day off them. So to me, I might as well just mine them because, you know, in the next 6 months, they're only going to drop so far. They're not going to be worth $20 at a certain point. They're going to still be worth, you know, 40, 50, 60, and I'll be able to mine that amount with them by the time I'm done with this semester of college. So I thought I might as well just keep them and run them. Normally I'm over $3, but this one sometimes wants to act funky. So it is mining NeoScript at 0.791 megahashes with the 2 cards. And I will pull those up here. Running a 600 memory on both and a -50 core on both. 57 Celsius, it's jumping around at 51. So this system is pretty simple, nothing crazy. This one does run me $1 a day in electric at 12 cents a kilowatt hour though. But where I'm at, I don't have to pay for electricity, so that's not an issue. Now we will jump on rig. This is my newest addition. I'm not sure if you guys have seen that video. If you haven't, I'll link it some point in this video. I put a 1050 in a pre-built computer, and that does not look like it should. That's funky. But, okay, I guess. That's not... We'll go with it. I guess you should still be able to see it, and if not, I'll make sure. So this system is using... If it would get out of the way. Okay, oh, it's because I have 2 TV... yeah, I have 2 monitors hooked up to this one. I forgot about that. My bad. So this makes sense now. So this is my TV, and this is my system. As you can see, 1050, doing about 135 souls as well. When I overclock this one, my core clock for some reason goes down. And, like, I remember I put a 200 plus core clock and it was running, but it capped me at about 1500 megahertz. So, like, it was lowering my core clock if I tried to overclock it. So I stopped doing that. It wasn't worth my time. It was wasting it. And then I also have a AMD FX 6120 on this system, which is a processor, and that gets me 150 hashes on Kryptonite, so 45 cents a day. So this system's making me $1.50 a day, and pulling power for, I want to say it's 40 cents a day, so still clearing $1 on it. You know, if I'm making more than electric, I go with it. It doesn't matter to me. Some people say, oh, you got to be so much more ahead. No, that doesn't matter to me. I just, if I'm clearing electric, I'm mining. Stop that one, and then that's my last remote system I have. This system, since I'm recording, it'll probably go a little bit slow, but I'll still do it. It doesn't matter to me. I like to use Legacy because it just seems to give me higher profits, more consistent. Sometimes on the regular Nicehash, it'll be higher, but it only stays for a couple minutes and then it goes away. So I like to stick on here. I have my 4690K actually at 4.5 gigahertz right now. And my 1070 is overclocked. Maybe I haven't overclocked it yet. We'll see. I should know in a second, though, because it'll start telling me how much I'm making. For some reason, I'm not sure if my i5 does as well as other people with the 4690K, because it doesn't seem to, you know, like my i5 2400, which is a 2nd gen, makes more than this does. So I don't know if I like messed my CPU up or what's going on. I'll have to look into that. And maybe I'm not doing something right. I don't know. But it makes less than a CPU that's, you know, X amount of years older. I don't know. But to me, it hasn't really been enough of an issue. So yeah, this is definitely without my overclock. I'm at 24 megahash, and that's normally I'm like 32. So we're gonna stop this quick, throw on Afterburner, go with my level 3. So 80% power, 750 on the memory. Set that there. Press start again. See what we can get. So we are at 24 megahash per second, and now we'll see what we can get up to with the video and everything else we're going. So I don't know if it'll be very fast compared to normal or not, but excuse me. So we're at 29.6. That ain't bad. So yeah, my 1070 has been making me not much more than my 1060s, to be honest. I was able to get this for $330, this brand new Zotac 1070, and that was in May, though. It was right before the first Ethereum GPU rush happened, and I haven't seen them that cheap since, but I got a pretty good deal on it. So it's consistently getting in the 29s right now with everything else I've running, like my recording software and the webcam and all that hooked up. So system says it's getting 369. Normally it's at over 4 with both the CPU and GPU running, and in total I make right now. It's really low 20s at current Bitcoin price, which is at about 11.3. But when Bitcoin was at 14 something, it was up like $26, $28 a day. And luckily, I was selling a lot back then. So once it started dropping in price, that's when I started holding my coin. I didn't hold it when I had it at that higher price. So as long as Bitcoin goes back, I mean, even if Bitcoin doesn't go back up, I'm still making money. So that's all that really matters. But I'm convinced my dad that once the next series of GPUs come out, we're going to get like the equivalent to the 1050, but as soon as it launches, because it'll have a longer period to earn, whereas like 1050s now, if you buy a 1050, which I don't really suggest, but then again, they're the only ones that haven't been price gouged, they're not going to stay that profitable for very long, considering they're the lower end, and the next series of GPUs is probably coming out pretty soon. And so, I've convinced my dad that as soon as that new set of GPUs comes out, we're going to make him a smaller rig with, 4 equivalents to the 1050, but the newer, so like an 1150 or Volta 50 or whatever they're going to call it. So, I'll keep you guys updated with everything's going on. I've almost hit 500 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. Watch time hours. We did break 1,000, and my goal was to hit 500 subs and 1,000, or maybe it was 2,000 watch hours. I don't know, but we're getting there. You guys are doing great on my videos, liking them, commenting. I love all the questions. And if you are going to ask a question, if this isn't the newest video at the time you watch it, please, please, please go to my newest video and comment it, because I have people commenting on older videos and it just kind of gets lost in my notifications and I never know what to do. So if you want an answer from me or whatever, go to my newest video, leave the comment there, because that's the one I'll be the most active on. And I'm thinking about doing like a 24-hour or 12-hour hash power giveaway where I'll put in somebody else's Bitcoin address and mine on that for 12 hours with my 1070 and my CPU, so that'll get them, just for fun, help other people out that might be smaller miners like how I started and whatnot. So that's all I have for today. Like the video if you did enjoy it, comment on what you think I should do, and subscribe to stay around. Thank you guys, and happy mining.